information out there. Old John Smokey and his world-famous spoons. Of course, please support his Kickstarter at kck.st/Train Time Blues. He's trying to get his album Train Time Blues funded, and of course, he was going to perform his hit song "Papa Didn't Raise No Weasel." But I think we have him live now.
Listen. I'm very, very sorry, John.
God damn it. Looks like we pissed off old John Smokey. All right. Well, that about wraps it up for NSFW show.
Oh, no.
Oh, old John Smokey. Oh, man. All right. Well, for Red and Link and Brian Brushwood, that about wraps it up for this edition of the worst show on the internet. Dying of fire, kids.
See you next Tuesday, except on Sunday.
Give him a bit. We're ready.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh. Wow.
Right.
Oh my God, Rhett and Leak. That was freaking amazing and awesome. And the final episode, when it goes out tomorrow, will look completely incredible with the actual commercials. I'm sorry that the real time aspect didn't work out quite the way we wanted to. We were hoping to get your reactions, but we will tweet them out to you, and you can tell us which are your favorites posthumously.
Please do it. It'll be fun.
Not that you're going to die between now and when we'll tweet you, although, if you did, it'd be nice if we could still get a reaction.
That'd be great.
No, yeah. From beyond, we're on top of it. We'll do it.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Hopefully, this was not too much of a free form, a bag of nonsense.
No, this is great, man. It's been too long. It's been too long since we've done something like this. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you
Something
what.
so delightfully unprofessional.
No, it was a lot of fun. Fabulous. We loved it.
No, definitely. Well, I'll tell you what. Thank you guys again for coming on, and it really is like a double bonus that we could have you guys on, and that you guys worked with Joke and Biagio, who've been so cool to us and our friends of the show and everything. So, do you have any Joke and Biagio stories?
What's that?
You have any Joke and Biagio stories you want to embarrass them with live here on the air?
Hey, careful!
In the room. We got to maintain a working relationship here.
Sure.
Through the end of this thing, so.
And so you can tell an embarrassing story about
Rain
me.
check.
Sure.
About you.
Which one?
Yeah, which one? There's so many to choose from.
Biagio cannot. He can't. He when you write a jingle for a commercial, it's supposed to be catchy. You're supposed to remember it. But it's so the spot commercial is it's Troy Spot, not just a spot. It's Troy Spot, hallelujah. And it's Biagio cannot get it right. So to Biagio, it's always what is it? It's Troy Spot.
Tell Biagio to get out there and sing.
More than just a spot.
Yeah, come on, prove them
More
wrong,
than just a
Biagio.
spot. Yeah, come sing it for us.
Biagio, get out. Come on here. Come on, get out here and
Stand right here.
let's hear those dulcet tones.
Let's do our fingers in front of
Okay.
Yes, there we go.
That was great, by the way. I can't wait to see that part of the commercial.
That's gonna be the
That
best
looked
part.
amazing, didn't it?
It did. No, look at yeah, there we go. Actually, Rhett, you gotta turn your finger. It's fingertips to fingertips. That's the. There we go. Yeah.
See, we were doing it.
I know.
We thought you were saying do it like that, but
Oh
you
yeah,
weren't.
no, yeah. I'm sorry, I can. The picture's kind of pixelating out a
Yeah,
little bit,
that's
but
correct.
it's
Just
if
the way you're
fingertips are
doing it
touching.
now.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
it.
they cut away. They cut away right at the X-rated part. Lucky me.
All right, so go ahead, Biagio. Now sing the Troy Spot jingle.
Well, it's not gonna be funny now. To me, it just goes, it's
Oh.
Troy Spot, more than just a spot. That's how I think it goes. 'Cause it's more than just a spot, right?
You know what? You lied, Biagio. It was still funny.
It's not just the spot.
It's more than just a spot.
No, it's
I don't
not.
know. That's. I screwed up every single one of their songs, but in my head, that's how they go. So.
Well, I'll tell you, Biagio, you and Joke did a great job on the episodes that I've seen. I can't wait to see the rest as they air on IFC. I do have to ask you guys one thing, because it was mentioned a million times in the chat room, but we were definitely running long. People kept asking about butt drugs. They want to know the inside scoop on butt drugs.
They would stutter. They'd be like, butt drugs. What is that? What does that mean?
It's butt drugs. Butt drugs.
It's the jingle for our butt drugs commercial.
Just search butt drugs on the YouTube. Yeah, but butt drugs is a pharmacy in Corden, Indiana, that was nominated back when we were taking nominations for the original series at ilovelocalcommercials.com.
Yeah.
And that was like in the middle of the batch of 13. And we just showed up, and that's a commercial that writes itself, you know?
In my head,
it's
the
butt
song
drugs,
goes,
right?
Up the butt drugs. It's like a suppository.
Yeah, see?
Knickerbocker in the chat room says, I don't want to search butt drugs anywhere.
I think if you search butt drugs commercial, it'll be safe enough. At least just click on.
Well, we'll see if Jammer B can get that up. We'll take a look at that right now. By the way, T2T2 is uploading 60% complete. Eight minutes left. And then the sweet, sweet viral gold will come shining down upon us. And I'm serious. Like, if any of the best zombie president versions we got, and that was a 1-minute magnum opus, those arrived like the next day. So we'll give them time, and then tomorrow when the final episode is edited, that's when, if you don't mind, we'll flood your tweet box with some of our masterpieces.
Yeah, do it. I think they're going to be good. The turn of the horse head, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
And I hope it explodes. I hope that they understood what I was saying, you know, that the horse head with the jingle, because the head explodes in the jingle, right? You'll make your head explode.
Yeah,
but then
your
it's
head
like the
will
horse
explode
comes
with
across,
awesome. Yeah.
And then the horse head will. Well, I had a vision for it, but I'm not going to sit here and edit it. I mean, you know.
No,
real quick, because this is valuable intel to everyone of our prospective editors. And I know not all of them are going to go the same direction that you want. Some of them are going to wander their own path. But for somebody who wants to try to capture your direction, real quick, before we take a look at butt drugs, just give us a sketch of how you see that all coming together, since you're the director.
Well, I hear the jingle about the head exploding, and I see the horse coming across, and maybe it says, you know, it says some text up here. I don't know, whatever.
Well,
happens.
I think you
and then the horse comes back and explodes.
You don't necessarily have to put all the elements into one commercial. I mean, you've got the talking dolphin, which is kind of like
that's a whole nother thing.
Its own thing. It might be its own thing, but first of all, 10 seconds. You know, is that the upper limit?
Well, we were saying 10 seconds just because we were hoping to get some more inside the hour, so that's why we set the 10-second limit. But I'll tell you what, we should have you guys on maybe for the for the finale, maybe in 10 weeks. You guys come back on, because we have one of our favorite bits that we've done a couple times on the show is our 10-second film festival. So we have people will announce it like a week ahead of time, and everybody will make 10-second short films, and then we'll air them, in a big hour-long thing. So if you guys wouldn't mind coming back maybe for the finale and judging our 10-second film festival, we would love to have you.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
There we
10
go.
weeks. It's a date.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So,
all right. Well, then, look. Do we want to cut the guys loose? Because it looks like just now some of the stuff is coming up in order, for people to start making their videos. We still got to pick a name and everything. But seriously, thank you 8 million% for slumming with us. You guys were epic and awesome, and you have that rare talent of being able to flow with whatever shenanigans come our way, and you guys did a great job.
Thanks, fellas. Thanks again. Keep in touch. We want to see those commercials.
absolutely.
Done and done.
All right, later.
All right.
Thank
Good
you
night,
very much, guys.
All right,
Again,
take care, guys.
you guys were awesome. There we go. Everybody, throw some diamonds up for Red and Link. They ruled. And they did a synchronized diamond over a setting sun in Los Angeles.
Dude, that epic, that's going to be the epic money shot right there. That's what I'm so glad that they put together.
Yeah, so there we go. If somebody is, if you guys are done with stuff, I would love to see stuff now. But since we're not,
the fundamentals itself are still being uploaded. I know some people. There's something at bit.ly/NSFW commercial, NSFW capitalized, if you want to start with some rudimentary artifacts. But I know that T2T2 got all the high-quality ones, and he's uploading them right now. He's got like 3 minutes left on that, and then people start turning it together. I don't mind rocking this thing until we start seeing some stuff coming in. I mean, we'll keep the after party rocking all night.
Because I have to get a lot of stuff ready before we leave for San Francisco. And part of that is recording the Public Enemy Zero audiobook, which I can't do while I'm on like this live stream, obviously.
Right.
So you guys know, you guys know I'm normally down to hang out in the after show for forever. And I will come back when the stuff starts going. But yeah.
All right. Well, here, if you want to take off, I'll keep the stream alive, and we'll take a look at. We'll start off with "Butt Drugs" by Rhett and Link, and I'm sure Justin will be back at a later time.
Yeah, hit me up on text when the commercials start coming in, and I'll check it out. People are saying why don't I just stream the recording? But I can't do that. Number one, I can't. It's annoying, and I can't do that now when you guys are actually with Brian doing a show, because that would be very annoying if I was just reading a book loudly while Brian was trying to actually do stuff. All right, so I love you guys, and a fond farewell. Oh, remember, live next Sunday. We're not on Tuesday. Next Sunday, we'll be live from the Twit Cottage. And despite old John Smokey, the debacle we had with him, we are going to have Jonathan Mann back on the show with his full band. We're going to try and pack as many of them as we can into the cottage, and they're going to play live next Sunday. Andrew Main will be our guest.
What?
We do need all this stuff that we normally
Wait,
do, right?
yeah, Jammer B. This is barely news to Jammer B. You just want to real quick, just you and Jammer B have this conversation right now. You explain what you just said again to Jammer B. That'd be great.
Again, listen.
I heard as many as we can. Now,
as many as we can. I mean, listen. We're not going to set up a drum kit.
So
anything.
both Andrew and you are going to be on the show?
What was that?
Andrew and you are going to be here on the show.
Yes.
So that leaves me one microphone. I think what we might be able to do, and it's the wrong kind of microphone for that kind of thing, I think that we can point a camera out into the other room and get a more appropriate microphone that'll pick up more people.
Cool.
So, yeah, we'll just have them out in the living room because we're running out of space here.
I don't believe
and
you.
Again,
I think that's bogus talk. You're just it's quitter attitude I'm hearing from you, Jammer B. I thought you were better than this. Sorry, I can't even do it. I can't even say it was straight.
No, yeah, we're gonna have.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen. It's just, it'll probably be 3 dudes, 1 guitar, something like that. I'll let them know that it can't be super instrument intensive. That it's gonna have to be reasonably acoustic, or like they're gonna have to do a reasonably acoustic version on Twit. But it will be. This is, by the way, their song a day thing, where it's Jonathan Mann, who was on the show, playing the polyamorous polar bear song, but he has now brought in 2 members of the Spinto band, which is one of my favorite bands of all time, to do like a full band song every single day during the month of June, and they're going to be debuting their song for Sunday live on Twit on NSFW. So
all right,
it'll be real fun.
Now before you run off, Justin, let's pick a name for the show and do our reads and stuff. The chat room was pretty unanimous on what was it, Caucasian Occasion or something.
Although I think my pappy says slap, although that's kind of ruining the joke. I saw NSFW goes commercial.
That's not bad. We could just call it Commercial Kings if we want it like that.
Well, let's.
By the way,
come on, guys, keep it going.
Major,
John earns his keep is pretty funny.
Major kudos, by the way, to Bill Meeks for at least giving us something before we had to wrap things up. That was hilarious. Well done, Bill Meeks.
Dude, I love that logo. The way that logo looks, that looks awesome.
It was awesome. Dr. Freddy's Rainbow Coalition. We're getting a commercial. That painting where God touches a guy. What do you say?
A fistful of flubber, which I really like, but it's not going to make any sense to the audio listeners. We can say that, right? Targeted advertising.
What did you say to my frozen face when I was logged on?
I was laughing because I thought what your bit was that I had told you. I forgot when I was doing the Miranda rights thing, if I had told you that you have the right to remain silent.
I heard that. That was the last thing I heard before I cut off.
And I thought that you were like remaining silent, and I was dying laughing. I actually thought it was hilarious. And then all of a sudden, you actually dropped off.
That is awesome, dude. Well, my pappy says, you want to do that?
My pappy says is good, because that doesn't give away the joke.
Man, Caucasian Occasion's pretty good, too. NSFW goes commercial. Dolphacima. I like that painting where God touches a guy. I gotta tell you, that was not bad. Slower and creepier. What about that one?
Slower and creepier is great.
How about I'll meet my mom in heaven?
I'll meet my mom in heaven. Yeah, let's do.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't like Caucasian Occasion, because that's their joke.
Yeah, that's their big joke, of course. Yeah, let's do slower and creepier.
Slow and creepier. Okay.
Yes. All right, here we go. This is NSFW episode 81 for My Date's Not Here.
Double complete rainbow. Someone forgot to open their soundboard today.
Was that John that was laughing?
I think I'm still live.
That's always a good sign when we can hear them laughing in the studio. Okay, here we go. It's today's the 21st. Gotcha. This is NSFW episode 81 for Tuesday, June 21st, 2011. Slower and creepier. That was as slow and as creepy as I could do it.
And you succeeded.
You trust my feet a lot.
All right. We need billboards.
Can we lock up?
Jammer?
Yes, we do, please.
All right, here we go. Here we go. This episode of NSFW is brought to you by Netflix. Watch thousands of TV episodes and movies on your PC, Mac, iPad, iPhone, or TV instantly. All streamed directly to you, saving you time, money, and hassle. For your free 30-day trial, go to netflix.com/twit. You ready for it? Here it comes. And by net... Oh, fart. I farted up. I farked up. Here we go.
What? Justin!
What?
You're right. You farted up.
Farted up. And by Squarespace.com. The fast and easy way to create a high-quality website or blog. For a free trial and 30% off your new account for 3 months, go to Squarespace.com and use offer code NSFW6. There we go.
Those were good.
How do you find the E in and?
Oh, and
Yes.
square.
Indeed, sir.
Uh,
Okay, we have...
A tease?
Hold on, here we go.
yeah. Tease. Hold on, let me do a tease.
You.
All right, you ready? Here we go. Tease time. Tease time. On this edition of NSFW, we are joined by two internet boys made good, Rhett and Link. They used to make YouTube videos and live stream. Now they're all grows up on the IFC network. Commercial Kings premieres this Friday at 10 p.m. But first, they join us on this show. They help us make our own commercial. And we are visited by legendary bluesman, Old John Smokey. It's all coming up on this edition on NSFW.
Oh my God, how great did Old John Smokey work out? How much better than we dared to hope would Old John Smokey be?
I hate burning bridges.
Oh, dude, well, I mean, look.
You know,
I mean,
Old John Smokey seemed pretty pissed off.
I feel bad that we wasted so much of his time, right? He was clearly upset, but seriously, that was pretty freaking awesome.
Oh,
He
Old John Smokey.
he totally thought he was going to be on the show. He had his spoons out and everything, right? And then when we told him that we couldn't get for time, he was super pissed.
No, listen, Bri, he's pretty pissed off. You can see on his Twitter account, at Old John Smokey, he just responds, are you kidding me?
See, that sucks. At Old John Smokey, if you want to follow him.
He's only tweeted 3 times, but he said, I'm very excited to be on the NSFW show tonight on Twin. The guys told me they would plug my tweeter. Here 'tis. And he said, watching the NSFW show while I wait to go on. These guys are a riot. But then, 6 minutes later, he just said, are you kidding me?
Old John Smokey, although I think he needs to update his profile pic. Like, I get the joke, but it's like, we've seen his face now, so we know what Old John Smokey looks like.
Well, of course, Old John Smokey from New York, from Oneonta, New York, says, I'm known as Old John Smokey, and people around these parts know me from my spoontastic bonanza of blues music.
Old John Smokey, oh man.
So yeah, no, we had to what's called? We had to cut him for time, but unfortunately that happens.
Apologies. Okay, so look, if you've got to make real quick before you go, one thing I really want to do, because I was thinking about what are some of our all-time favorite bits that we had, and one, and it was the joke in Biagio that made me think of the ladies of Zombie President, which made me think of my current favorite bit that we've never once tried again, which is two geeks talk to an attractive girl, right? Where me and Scott Johnson tried to interest a pretty girl over things that were important to us. And that may have been like the all-time best bit we've ever had.
We need 2 good contestants. I think that's all about casting. So
yes.
I kind of feel like I would like to see you as part of the quizmaster role, with me, and then we get maybe 2 other people that do something really geeky, and then should we have Allison back on, or should we try to get another cute girl?
If Allison will come back, we'll have Allison back. But maybe we could try to get Jonathan Colton on for our summer music series. And then that could be like a bonus thing, is that we awkwardly throw him to talk to a pretty girl. All of a sudden, it's sounding like a bad idea.
Oh, Allison Rosen would be good, but from Adam Carolla's podcast. She's great. Maybe we can do that during the Kevin Smith Roll a D6 episode.
Oh, no, that would be fantastic. That'll be the game we play. It'll be Kevin Smith and you trying to get a hot girl to care about Star Wars.
Sure.
Hey, we should point out that if you guys enjoyed the show, we're trying to sell 1 brick for every episode of NSFW. And as we've said before, if you have the $120-something to buy a brick, we strongly recommend you buy a brick. That way you can say whatever you want on it. You got to go to bricks.twit.tv to buy a brick. And, of course, if you're a crazy billionaire, then get yourself a whole bunch. In fact, just buy out the wall and just put like custom graphics that say, eat it, suckers, I'm rich. And then everyone will have to see that when they come in, and they'll be shamed into knowing that you're better than they are. But if you don't have a lot of money, then what I say you should do is you should chip in to brian@schwood.com on PayPal. We're collecting all the money. I think like next week when I get back, we're going to decide how to spend it, but we're going to make, we're buying at least one brick for every episode of NSFW this entire summer long. The first batch of bricks is rapidly running out, so there is that. I'm looking at it on the chat room, but it's brian@schwood.com if you just want to chip in. Do me a favor, make sure to write, for a brick. That way I don't think that you're just like, oh, thank you. I guess you just randomly like me and are giving me money. Make sure to write for a brick on there, and then that way all the money will go into. I know that we already have enough for like 8, 9 bricks, maybe 2 of those, 8x8 or 6x6? How big are they, Jammer B?
8x8 are the big ones.
8x8 are the big ones, and we get to put custom graphics on those. So we'll decide what those graphics are. We'll do like a special after show where we all hang out and decide how we're going to graffitiize. Because we already, and again, big, major thank you props to one Jammer B. He was the initial person who ran out of his own accord, spent his own money, and bought enough bricks to make a diamond, to physically create a diamond of bricks on the Twit Brick House wall. So we're going to, if this man is committed enough to Diamond Club that he's willing to fork over his own cash and make that kind of thing happen, then we are going to step up and we're going to represent on that wall. When you look at it, I want to see a whole bunch of nothing but love for Leo Laporte and the Twit Brick House. I want to see a lot of inside jokes, and I want to make all of this stuff happen. So with that in mind, if you have the money, buy a brick, and let's name it after each episode. If you don't have the money, you can chip in $1 or $2. We're just trying to get at least 1 brick sold per episode, and so we're pooling all the money for NSFW at brian@schwood.com on the PayPal.
Holy crap! Crap of billions. Eric, can we record something that can go into the show at some point? I'll send a thing to Tony. But I had one thing to plug that I totally forgot to plug.
Yeah, we're still recording. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, he won't stop. He I'm talking about is Andrew Main. He just keeps writing amazing books. The Chronological Man is the new one. Everybody go Amazon.com, search for The Chronological Man. Again, like all his other books, it's $1. What's $1 to you? Buy it on the Kindle. You can have it on your desktop, on your Kindle, iPad with the Kindle app, and then all of your smartphones with the Kindle app as well. It's fantastic. And if you're like, I don't even know if I like the story, download the new episode of the Weird Things podcast featuring me, Brian, and Andrew. And at the end of that, I read the first 2 chapters on the free tip. So check that out. Please go over to The Chronological Man on Amazon. Buy it if you want. For some people who've already read it and really, really like it. If you read it and like it, please leave a comment. Thank you very much. Chronological Man, Andrew Main, everybody go check it out.
Kilala in the chat room says it's really, really good. So he or she said really twice. So that usually indicates even better.
It's awesome. If you like Doctor Who and Sherlock Holmes and Tony Stark, there is something for you.
Those are 3 characters that are probably the most hated characters in all of geekdom. It probably wasn't a good idea for you to compare them to the book. All right, you probably did yourself a disservice. Nobody likes Sherlock Holmes. Nobody likes Doctor Who. Nobody likes Tony Stark. And if they did, they'd be buying your book. But you know what? They don't. So they won't. And they didn't. Bad news.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Jim the Fly says, Andrew Main apparently went to the Stephen King School of Writing and gained the ability to churn out books at an insane freaking speed. Yes, except for the fact that he has 3 books on the bench right now. He's released 3. He's got a short story collection about superheroes that's set to come out. He's got a book called The Unicorn Thief sitting on the bench, and he's got a book called The White Spire, which I predict is the book that everyone's going to go cuckoo bananas for, from what I've heard. I haven't read that one yet. But
hey,
awesome.
Travis Stubbs just tweeted that says Justin R. Young will be at the cottage next week, and I'll actually be there the week after. He was saying that we should present Leo with a giant check for all the funds. But I'm going to say this. If we're going to present a giant check, it's going to be for $11 billion, like some made-up fake amount. We're going to have flash bulbs going, and we'll just sign it. We'd like to present you this check that says $11 billion, and then hand it to him, and then be all like, that'll probably sell on eBay for $20. That's our contribution.
I think, how about this? I'm just spitballing here. I don't know if it's going to work, but let's say, and not even at like an award ceremony, like in the middle of Twit, I just roll in with a wheelbarrow filled with all the bricks we bought, and I just dump them on his desk.
But we don't even get like real bricks that we bought. We just go buy a bunch of bricks at Home Depot because that's way cheaper, right?
Well, and also, like, come on, man. Like, you can't go and cash a giant check. Yeah, it's a little theater. You know, like we actually bought the bricks. We're just going to throw them right on his desk.
No, but in all seriousness, seriously, you people buy bricks. That's not a joke.
Yeah. So do that. We should probably also figure out an actual number that we bought by the time I go on, because it'd be nice to say. Or if I go on.
Here's the big thing that we have to decide is whether or not we want to. We can go for a maximum number of bricks, but I suspect we'll make a bigger splash on the wall if we get one or even two of the 8x8 bricks with the custom graphics on there. Because then we could put something that says NSFW. We could put one with the Diamond Club, or we could put Chat Realm says or something like that. And then, or we even talked about doing a QR code. Although QR code, I'd rather it be something people can recognize with their eyes. Not that I don't love the idea of a QR code, but well, one of each. Yeah, one of each. But that's what I'd like.
Yes, I agree with that. We'll figure it out. It'll be amazing. I think, are we good, Jammer?
We are good. We have all the pieces we need. And
right.
We'll make sure Tony cuts that last bit in.
All right, get out of here.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Tony actually did hit me up on Twitter, so he knows what's going on. Let me just ask, are there any commercials that are like seconds away from going up? If there's 1 second away from going up, I'll wait for that. But if there's not, then I will leave. Doesn't look like it, so I'm going to leave. Let me know and call me back, and we'll figure it out. Ding dong, diddly ding dong do.
Bill Meeks says it's like 5 minutes away, so I'll stick around for 5 minutes so we can take a look at Bill Meeks.
All right. Bye.
See you Sunday.
See ya. Yes, I will see you Sunday. It'll be awesome. All right, bye.
Awesome. Hey, are you and OMG Chad there? Both?
Now I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Can you hear me?
don't know. It's just so much easier to spitball when there's another person to chit chat with. So let me do a quick follow-up with OMG Chad, because a lot of us haven't really heard from you since you descended into the black hole of Petaluma. Not that Petaluma is a black hole, but not so many tweets coming from you out of the black hole.
What?
And plus it's physically black in there. So
A little bit.
Maybe that's not so inaccurate to say. Are you moved in?
I am moved in. Got some new cats. Started work 3 weeks ago.
Okay, and I don't mean to open a wound, but did you ever find your old cat, or did it run away, or?
Yeah, we never. We didn't see her again. And yeah, a bummer. And we were actually afraid that we had lost another one, but turned out she came back. So good news on that front. But yeah,
that's good. So you got yourself. How does one go shopping for cats? Do you pet it and you're like, flux, good enough?
Oh, John knows. You go to.
Chad got a very special cat or pair of cats.
So first off, you. Oh, look at that! Tom's calling.
Hey, Tom's calling.
Oh, get Tom on here. Get Tom on here.
So we're gonna have to call him on a different line.
So I was being picky, and I kind of wanted a very specific cat called a Turkish Angora. And Turkish Angoras have like a specific type of fur, and I was being really snobbish about it.
You were being really snotty. You're like,
snotty.
Nice fur,
I
cat.
was like,
Nice
look at that fur. Whatever.
You're walking in the pound, you're like, what's up, cat? Nice fur. For last year.
Do you think that fur looks good on you? Ugh, gross. Yeah, so anyway, so talking to people to adopt a cat is about as difficult as adopting a human child, it feels like.
Oh, so you didn't go to a pound. Like, you didn't want a pound kitty. Because I guess cats just go feral. Like, when they escape,
Right.
They just become like wild beasts.
Pretty much. And I mean, there are pound. I mean, the thing was in the beginning I was looking for a very specific cat, and so the people who knew what type of cat that were people who weren't quite in pounds. They were sanctuaries, or they were snooty people who knew what type of breed a specific cat was. So it was really hard to get a cat like that. So anyway, I gave up on that, started looking in pounds, found this place. Actually, it ended up that I found a cat online that I really liked. Went to their website. Turns out they're a holistic cat cat adoption
cattery.
thing. Cattery.
Cattery is what they call them.
Right. So I want to stress holistic. So I go to adopt the cat.
Is that a weird word for like hippie?
Yes, that's a weird word for bat crazy.
Bat crazy.
Bat crazy.
Bat cat crazy.
Bat cat crazy
fever is what you're saying.
Right. So anyway, they were having a promotion where they were letting you adopt for free to you, and this service got money. They had like $2 million or something. So I would get the cat for free, and then the adoption place would get $500, which is higher than a normal thing. So anyway, I got my cat for free. She actually came with a kitten because it was her cat, and she needed so. Anyway, I got 2 cats, and they're supposedly Turkish Angora mixes, which was really cool. Except the holistic cat people are crazy. They are insane, and they've turned out to be like the worst nightmare. So get this.
So they're like calling you to ask, like, are you
yes.
taking care of that cat?
Okay,
you think feeding it,
okay, so
raw
in your
goat
mind,
milk?
You just showed that in your mind, calling you repeatedly would be like the extent of a really horrible, quote unquote transaction with these people, right? No, they drove 45 minutes to Petaluma to come see the cats, to see how they were doing, right? Turns out I accidentally missed the appointment schedule. Like I was a little bit 15 minutes late. And instead of waiting for me, they let themselves into my house.
What the what?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Process that little nugget.
Okay. Real quick. Do you provisionally own the cat, or do you own the cat
I
now?
own the cat. I signed pieces of paper that said that all sorts of crap, right? So I get the phone call.
And it doesn't say like they have the right to take it back if they don't like the way you're treated.
Yes, they do. They do have that right. But
okay, then you don't own it. What that means is you have the cat, but they have a lien on the cat, and that means technically the cat is theirs, but you are provisionally caretaking for it.
I guess. Yeah,
So
well,
that's what you just described to me. That's like I don't own a car just because I take the car home. If they could take the car back, that means I don't own the car until the car is paid for, and then they remove the lien. They have a lien on your cat.
You do own the car in that case. They have a lien on it until you pay off your debt, but you technically are still the owner.
So
okay, all right.
So with this, I don't know when this ends. Like, it wasn't like they had specifically said in a contract that they could come by and look at the cat. They said that if you don't meet these criteria, like some of them were feeding the cat raw food, not getting the cat vaccinated unless required by law because they're holistic and crazy, not declawing the cat. So if I did certain things to the cat, they could take it back. There wasn't a clause that said after 6 months we're going to come see the cat. There wasn't a clause that said that they would ever see the cat again. It was if they ever found out about I don't know if that changes anything.
No, I guess you're right. I think Tom's actually technically right. You own the cat, but they have a provision that says they can.
Yeah, it's like collateral against your loan because you borrow the money, use the money to buy the cat or the car.
Yeah.
Then you own the car, but you're putting up collateral saying, if I don't pay off the loan, you can take the car back.
Right. And so anyway, I get this call and I'm like, hey, sorry, I'm there. I'm coming. Do you need me to come by? And she was like, actually, I was in a lot of a hurry, so I actually, I couldn't get it through your front door, so I went to your backyard and your back door was open, so I let myself in. So I'm actually standing in your kitchen right now. I was like,
so how does one respond?
I was like, moment? So you don't need me to come to the house to meet you? She's like, no, I see the kitty litter you're using. It looks really good. It's not the brand that I told you to buy, but it looks pretty good. And did you buy a food processor? Because you need a food processor to process the raw meat that you said that you'd give the cats. And I was like, well, since you're in my kitchen, why don't you look in my freezer and see the food that I bought the cat? Like, seriously.
Or maybe I'm going to call the police, get out of my house.
Right. So I was it was one of those moments where I'm so taken aback that I wasn't like, seriously, you're in my house? Like, I couldn't get angry because I was so amazed that someone had let themselves into my house. Yeah, so anyway, they haven't called me back. She called me back and was like, hey, our agreement said raw food, so if you have frozen nuggets of raw food, that technically doesn't count, and so, I can take the cat back. And I was just like, yeah, whatevs. I'm not returning that phone call. And yeah, I mean, just weird. Just really, really, really weird.
So when does this end? Like, at what point do they not have the right to come in and invade your space and steal your cats?
I'm not sure when that happens. By the way, it's a disco all up in this Twit cottage. I'm not sure when that ends. It probably ends when I move and change my phone number. I'm betting.
What?
Right.
What have you gotten yourself into?
I don't know. I really don't know. And you know what? If it becomes that big of a problem, they're just cats, and I'll return the cats. I mean, it's ridiculous. So yeah,
you've got leverage on them now. Say, I will sue you for trespassing for going into my house and try to take the cat back.
Right. Nice, Tom. There. Like the double box. Yeah. There you go.
It means it's twice as right when there's
twice
two
as
Toms.
right.
Hey, the only reason I called is I was just sitting out here by the pool and checking Twitter, and all these people were congratulating me, and somebody mentioned NSFW show, and I missed the show, so I didn't know what you had done to me this time, like change me into a giant spider or what was going on, so I figured I'd check in.
I promise you, there was no photoshopping. We had a guest who, unfortunately, due to time constraints, we weren't able to get on. We had to. It's the first time we've ever had to bump a musical guest. He did not take it very well. Unfortunately, he was in his poorly lit kitchen, so it was very difficult to see his face. All people could tell was that he had a beard, and a bunch of people started, you know how the chat room can be. They're all like, oh, it's Tomas Marid. I saw a beard, and I'm beardist.
Right.
And so
that happens to Ayaz a lot, too.
Tom Merritt. So, anyway, a bunch of beardists.
Yeah,
totally
I was going to say.
like they knew you.
Everybody with beard looks alike.
And it's...
You can't even tell them apart.
It's not okay. It's not okay when the chat room says things like, well, I can't tell them apart. Two people can have a beard, and they're very different. They're their own individuals, and it's not okay. It's beardist. And quite frankly, I am not in support of it, and I would appreciate if you guys would
there are even some people.
Beardies.
There's some people that think that two people with beards shouldn't even marry. Have you heard about that? It's ridiculous.
The beard shouldn't marry the people.
No, the two people with beards.
You know what? I've heard this much, that if your dad doesn't have a beard, you've got two moms.
You've got two moms. I've heard that.
There are certain married people who have beards.
Yeah. One.
Well, anyway, I guess I understand. So a guy with a beard was on, and everybody thought it was, it must be Tom because this guy's got a beard. But why were they congratulating me if you didn't have time for him?
Only chat room can answer that.
The poor guy had been on hold for like 20 freaking minutes, and I guess he was under the impression that. By the way, if you want to look him up, he's online right now. It's what was his name? Old John Smokey
like
John
on Twitter.
Smokey.
Yeah, he has his own Twitter account.
Old John Smokey. He's clearly. I mean, you see from his tweets, he was very excited to come on the show, and unfortunately, we had to bump him, and he didn't take it very well. So he very explosively marched off. And I guess for the people who thought that was you, which again we've said, look, yes, he has a beard.
I see. Yeah.
Let's not be bearded about this whole thing.
He doesn't look anything like me, though.
Well, no, he doesn't
looks like a little kid
in that picture. He does look totally legit, is what it looks like. That's before he grew the beard. But
okay. But he's got brown hair.
He has a beard of spoons. See,
yeah.
People, beards, they all look alike, right? That's what they say. That's what they say.
Chat room might. I'll tell you what. Chat room, I'm sure, could grab
if you're still on.
Screen grab. Wait, say that again. What's that?
Why did you have to bump him from the show if you're still on?
Well, look. As you know, we run a very tight schedule on NSFW. Uh-huh. We are timely and we're precise, and we get up to that 1 hour
never
mark.
Behind schedule. We run a tight ship.
We're always on
time.
time.
Tom, you know that.
When we get to that 1 hour, we have a hard out. We have a commitment, and at look, here's the thing: we don't make the Twitch schedule, and the Twitch schedule says that at 1 hour, NSFW show ends, and the after show begins. We would have loved to have him, but he wasn't booked on the after show. We had to end NSFW show. We had to bump him. We were up against a totally separate show called the NSFW After Show, and it was rough. It was rough, and it killed me, and it obviously was very frustrating. By the way, the chat room is about to give us a link to the photo that they say looked like you, and it's like, I don't see it. I mean, outside of the beard.
Okay, yeah, I want to see that, because the one on Twitter,
it's clearly not you. I think that was, to be honest, I know he was big around the 99, 2000 time, and I think that's when he was like 17, 18 years old. He's now grown.
So that's like a classic picture.
Yeah, he's now in his mid-30s, and so he, I mean, I think it's going to, be here shortly in the chat room.
Yeah, I don't know why you couldn't let him play in the after show, but I guess there's all these technicalities. I mean, we're a news show that I do, so it's different.
I mean, I don't make the rules, bro. If it were up to me, it would be nothing but Old John Smokey 24/7. It would be the Old John Smokey channel and his world famous spoons all over this business. But by the way, some people are saying that just because he was 17 back in '99 wouldn't make him in his mid-30s. You look at him in that photo and you tell me whether or not he's in his mid-30s, and I think he clearly is. We're about to get, here we go. I tell you, Blender MF has our first entry for the commercial. Let's take a quick preview at Blender MF.
Your neck open. I thought your sister's moved.
What just...
Racist.
Wait. All right. Hook me up here.
What do you mean hook you up? With the video?
Yeah.
Coming up.
There we go.
We lost it in the TriCaster.
Slice your neck open. I thought your sister's moved. Oh, attribute racist comments to you.
What do you say, Little John?
My puppet says I'll be my mother.
NSFW.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That was pretty good. I think Bill Meeks actually has his entry already. I'm sorry.
Slice your neck open. I thought your sister's moved. Oh, attribute racist comments to you.
What do you say, Little John?
My puppet says I'll be my mother.
NSFW.
If that doesn't make people watch, I don't know what will. No, Brian froze again.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear here. I got to turn off my video here for a second here because. No, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear
Hello?
us? Yeah, the sun has set on all of us.
I turned off my video here for a second. We had a bandwidth choke up. There was some autoerotic bandwidth asphyxiation going on.
Oh.
All right, I think Bill Meeks has his entry in here as well. Am I still on?
Yes, you are. Sorry. We're clicking links and sending...
That's
I'm
right.
sorry, I'm texting Justin Robert Young. We're planning to get together for dinner.
Oh, thank goodness, dude. That's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. Make sure to hang out with Andrew Main as well because he is smart.
That's right. Andrew's going to be in too. That's awesome.
Yeah, and what's there's only one day of what the heck is this? All right, let's see it.
So good, YouTube can't even contain it. So
My
good.
papa says that I'll meet my mother in heaven.
NSFW, ready to break your face open with the awesome.
Well played!
Yeah!
Well, I'll meet my mother in heaven.
NSFW, ready to break your face open with the awesome.
In the next show, I just want us to play those to people who haven't seen this episode and just see their reactions. Just what do they think of that?
Yes, I think that's a great idea. And I'll tell you what, this is sort of what I like about it is that this this advertisement is really a test, and the only way you can pass the test is to think that's interesting. And if you think that's interesting, well, then welcome to NSFW, my friend.
Then you're part of the team.
That's right. That's right. If you think this is fascinating, well, congratulations. Does anyone else have another one coming in?
I'll meet my mother in heaven.
That was about the funniest thing.
Ready to break your face open with the awesome.
That line from Ninjan was the best thing.
Yeah, I would say
I totally...
that's the moment. Like Ninja had me when he came in dressed as a ninja, but then like when that's what came out of his mouth, asked for a random line.
Well, it's also like to me, like I would like the way that I would have played it is okay, you're about ready to slap me, so I need to say something that you would like that would motivate a slap. So I need to say something offensive or like something like that. And then he comes out with, "My mama says I'll meet my mama in heaven." And then like your next play is to slap him across the face. Like that couldn't be any funnier. Like, shut up, child.
So here's what I want to say is, remember, here's the thing. Tomorrow, Rhett and Link are expecting our entries. I want a ton of really awesome entries. These are the first two. These guys have set the bar of awesome, and it could only get better from here. Seriously, guys, these guys, I want them to fall in love with Tomas Marit dead in front of a swimming pool. I want them to fall in love with the NSFW audience's creativity because it's clear that Joke and Biagio already have. There's a reason that they pushed and made this happen. They got Rhett and Link on for us. So let's make Rhett and Link impressed with our skills. I'm already thrilled with the first two entries. If we get 5 more of the same quality, fantastic. If we get 10 more, I'll buy another brick myself. I'll buy a brick this minute. I'll crap a brick and then give it to the Twit Cottage.
I don't think they want that brick.
We prefer if you bought a brick.
All right, fair enough. Let's take a look at butt drugs, and then we'll see if there's any other entries that come in.
Butt drugs was so 20 minutes ago.
Oh, do we lose butt drugs?
No, I found it.
Here it is.
Wait, who's watching Nyan Cat?
It's not the head of Tom.
Tomas
Marie.
I'm on 11% battery. I got to go plug in
all right.
somewhere.
Hey, listen, do me a favor, though. We'll get you a photo of old John Smokey, and meanwhile, we're going to watch butt drugs, and then we're going to be out.
I love it when YouTube doesn't work. It's my favorite time of the day.
It only doesn't work when you need it to work.
Yeah. Try making the resolution higher. So from 480 up. I don't know. Butt drugs, one of a kind. You can see us smoking butt drugs on the daily grind.
What just happened? Oh, this is the pre-roll ad that we were made to watch.
advertisement.
I'm like, this doesn't have anything to do with it. It's terrible.
There's a cry across the heartland, a yearning for the days gone by. And in little old Corden, Indiana, they're happy and they'll tell you why. They got butt drugs. They love butt drugs. Ba-ba-ba butt drugs. Ba-ba-ba butt drugs.
I love butt drugs.
I recommend butt drugs for everybody.
I can always count on butt drugs.
When I think drugs, I think butt drugs.
For all my health needs, I turn to butt drugs.
You want hometown service and cheap hot coffee and liquor. Now that's the ticket. You can tell Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens exactly where to stick it. Ba-ba-ba-butt drugs.
We love butt drugs.
Butt drugs won't let you down.
Free parking in the rear. I love butt drugs.
All right, listen, guys, they've set the standard. That's what we need to rise to if we're going to impress the fine folks of Rhett and Link. Not that I doubt for a second that we can. Already our early entries have us right on target for that business. But I say we need... What just happened?
That was the very last of the YouTube. Warning. Too much awesome. Too much awesome.
And some photos of old John Smokey. We can wrap things up by finding out.
I'm looking at those. So the guy's got a beard and he wears a hat. That doesn't make him me. Sorry.
Look, that's not Tom Merritt. I don't know that Tom Merritt has... Is he rocking a ladle? Is that a ladle in the back?
He can play every type of spoon, I've heard.
He's got a slotted spoon, too.
He doesn't have like a sifter spoon.
I am sad.
There's even a plastic spoon in there. I wonder what type of music. That probably makes like angel music.
It'd probably be like a scrapey sound.
That's a lot of spoons.
Some people are like, oh, you're sitting in front of the same background. No, I'm not. That's a sliding door. And that's cement blocks.
Yeah.
The background for Smokey is some wood something or other.
Yeah, there's obviously a frame on the background.
Can you maybe do an impression of old Smokey? Because we may have like you on pretending to be old John Smokey.
Old man Smokey wears glasses too.
I know you don't wear glasses.
No, I don't wear glasses. How would I do an impression of him? I've never even heard of the guy.
I don't know.
Just look anything like him.
Act mad like you spent an hour waiting to have your big break and then got bumped.
All right.
Do you have any props like maybe a towel or something like that can be used for spoons? Perfect. There you go.
Is that an octopus or Grimace? What is that?
Yeah, it's an octopus.
See, he's nothing like Old Man Smokey. He has an octopus. His spoons around the roll.
All right, let me see. Okay, so you've been waiting for an hour to come on the big internet break, and then you can't make it. What do you do?
Okay.
That's nothing. That is nothing like him. See, it's not. Could you guys let it go?
Completely different reaction.
It's old. Old John Smokey wears a ring on both his ring fingers, like Tom does, is what TVNGO says. But I'm pretty sure
that's an interesting similarity.
Yeah, but I mean, I guarantee you, Tom's not wearing any rings at all right now. See, so
I don't always wear them at home.
Yeah, come on, man. Those are his bling rings. That's what he calls them. He said, "These are my bling rings." And they're only for when he's live on the air. And if Tom Merritt was going to go live on the air, he'd wear his bling rings, which I think it means I just undid my argument because this guy went on the air.
Well, that's true, yeah.
To paraphrase Star Trek V, what does Merritt need with an octopus? I don't know.
Oh, this is a dog toy. This is Django's toy.
If you squeeze the tentacles, they squeak.
See, I'd like to think that's how old John Smokey would sound like. Okay, look, we got to wrap things up here. Thank you a million times over to everybody participating. And please, let's kill them with quantities of awesome with this ad because I'm already loving the first ones that we've seen. So if you guys will reply me on the first couple of entries, I know Blender MF and Bill Meeks have entries. I'll go ahead and tweet those out because I am super stoked about the ads that you guys are going to put together. It will be awesome.
And chip in to buy a brick so that you don't have to pay so much.
Yep, chip in if you got some spare change. Just guess what you are about to pay for your kids' lunch tomorrow. Just give it to us instead. Makes sense to me.
They don't need lunch. They can fend for themselves.
And what are you doing over there?
There's a dog.
Oh, you're fixing it. Sorry.
Oh.
No, not you. I'm sorry. I was talking to Patrick Dillahanty. So this Sunday, we're going to be doing NSFW. Justin will be live in studio. I will be in studio the following Sunday to join the gang for This Week in Tech because I'll be in town to shoot some scam schools. And I love each and every one of you on a deeply spiritual level. And again, apologies to old John Smokey and his 36 followers on Twitter that we were not able to get him on the show.
Or the after show.
Or the after show. Well, the after show's a different show, Chad. You know this. The after show's its own thing.
That's what I meant to say. Is that it's impossible to get them on the after show. So
no,
we're sorry about that.
It's not, we don't make the internet. We just abide by its rules. And
right.
Sorry. Yeah. All right. Hey, and again, everybody, hail Jammer B. Hail Jammer B.
Hail Jammer B.
Hail Jammer B. Hail Jammer B.
Rock and roll.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
But in the meantime, let's pretend that that's not going to happen, and let's just go for it. We'll pretend.
Hey Tom, why don't you just reenact this this TNT?
Face is back.
You remember exactly what you said, right?
So is your beard.